So I don't do a lot of videos, and the last one was really, really positive and awesome. But I felt like I would be sugarcoating it if I didn't talk about the bad days as well. So yesterday was a very hard day for me on trail. I had a lot of problems with my feet. I couldn't really figure out what was going on with them. They hurt, but not as bad as they've hurt in the past. I hit this point where I was walking over terrain that should have been really fast and easy for me, and it wasn't. Like space that I felt that I should have been doing 20-minute miles, and I was doing 24 or 25, which to you probably doesn't seem that significant, but add 5 of those up and it makes a difference, that 5 minutes. And more importantly, it just didn't feel right. And it's so easy out here when you're hiking alone to get stuck in your head on the negative stuff. And it's very hard once you get there to get out of it. And I generally try just to not let it in, but yesterday my feet were the way into that, and I struggled. I was dehydrated, so I wasn't crying, but I ended up sobbing so hard that I had to stop hiking because I couldn't breathe. And so I sat down and took my shoes and my socks off to rub my feet, and I realized that the reason that I'd been struggling is that, so normally the numbness that I have is in my second and third toes on both feet. And I can usually feel my pinky toe, most of my fourth toe, and my big toe. And yesterday, I think because of the heat or something, the only toe I could feel on either foot was my pinky toe. Couldn't feel my big toe, couldn't feel my 3 middle toes. And that was why I was hiking so slowly, because I literally couldn't feel enough of my feet. So I was hiking more slowly to make sure that I was placing my weight properly so I didn't fall. Except I didn't realize I'd been doing it because you just adapt, that's what you do. And so realizing that made me feel a little better, because at least I understood what was going on. And I still hiked a good 5 miles after that. I was really motivated to get to this tenting site that was right next to a river, so I could not swim, because it wasn't deep enough to swim, but I stripped down to my sports bra and my underwear, and I laid down in it even though it was almost dark, and I gave up having a hot dinner so that I had enough light to be able to get into the water, and it felt amazing. And today happens to be Mother's Day. Which is normally kind of a hard day for me anyway. And I got to start the day out with a 3,000 feet of elevation gain. The first little bit I'm through, and I'm 1.25 miles into the last chunk of it, much of which was rock fields, which is really hard on my feet. But today I decided to focus on the things that I'm grateful for instead of the stuff that's wrong and all the stuff that's frustrating. So Today I'm very grateful that it is not raining or hailing or snowing. I'm grateful that my feet feel a little bit better than yesterday. I can at least feel my big toes, which is very helpful on rock fields. And I'm very grateful for those of you who are messaging me today. I'm sorry. I am so grateful for all of the people in my life because I feel like I get far more love and support than I have any right to get. And it is amazing. And it is definitely one of the things out here that keeps me going, especially on the really bad days. And I would also like to say, as I've been thinking about my mom and the last couple of years when she was really sick, that I have some of you out there who have bodies that have turned on you in some way. Autoimmune problems, chronic pain problems, cancer, injuries that prevent you from doing things that you really love to do. I don't think I've understood that nearly as well as I have since my foot stuff started out here. And for me, mine will probably go away when I get off trail. And for all of you, it won't. And please know, I'm not going to call any of you out by name, but please know that the courage and the enthusiasm with which you manage those things every day is awe-inspiring to me. And it is something I think of often out here. And I don't tell you nearly enough, but I cannot imagine living through the treatments that you live through, or the surgeries, or just all of the little things that you slowly stopped being able to do. Things that I know I for sure take for granted, being able to walk on both feet, even though they're not amazing, but on both feet, on my own, no walker, no boot, no cane. Having a body whose cells aren't producing things that are trying to kill me. You know. It's so easy to take so much of it for granted, and I know how much each of you facing those struggles does struggle with it, and how awful that can be. And it is amazing and inspiring to me how generally upbeat you are about it. I know you have bad days, but please know that that is one of the things that helps keep me going on the days that I struggle out here. And Virginia has had a lot of those days for me. And so, you are part of why I'm still here. And part of why I feel that it's important to share so much of this journey, because I carry a lot of you with me who I know would love to do something like this and can't. And I feel like the least I can do to repay you for everything that you've given me is to try to give you little pieces of this. And I'm sorry that they're not always upbeat and amazing and fantastic, but I want them to be honest. But to end on an upbeat and fantastic and amazing note, please look at this view. tried to pick you guys a pretty spot. Anyway, happy Mother's Day. I love you all.